A new SEC report says that Galaxy Digital has XRP worth $34 million. This story is especially interesting to me because of the person running the company. He has been strongly against XRP for most of the last 10 years, but now he has changed his mind. You have to join him if you can't fight him. If he doesn't fully understand it yet, which I doubt he does because I'll explain later, he knows that he has given up and thrown in the towel. I don't think he really understands XRP, but he does know that everyone else does and that it's here to stay. He is now just accepting that. There is also some opposition in the Ripple community about its bank charter. This is talked about in more depth later in the movie, but it's amazing and we knew it would happen. The people who already have lunch are mad that you are trying to steal it. People who work in fintech and blockchain like Ripple have a lot of advantages over people who work in traditional banking. Companies that send money abroad, banks and others do this instead of changing, which would be the best thing to do. Some of them are, but only slowly. I find it funny that they are still fighting to stop what will happen. You can't stop it, son. Okay, so this is great because I've been in the cryptocurrency business for a long time and I've heard this guy say so many negative things about XRP. I think it looks like a chef's kiss. This piece's text is shown below. The Q2 2025 report from Galaxy Digital shows a big return and a smart move into XRP. Galaxy Digital Inc. said on Tuesday that its most recent SEC report for the quarter ending June 30th, 2025 shows that it has XRP worth $34.4 million. The company now has XRP as one of its digital assets for the first time. In their financial report from December 2024, they didn't show any XRP holdings. However, it showed that it had big stakes in Uniswap, Celestia, Solana, USDC, ETH, and Bitcoin. Those coins, but not XRP. It's funny to me because XRP is like, okay, one thing. It's one thing to say, okay, well, we weren't going to touch it because of the lawsuit. Okay, I might give you that one just to be nice, but it's over now. You clearly don't have any exposure to one of the three coins that has regularly been in the top 10 coins by market capitalization. I don't understand what's wrong with you. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP are the three different types of money. There are tens of thousands of coins in circulation, but those are the only ones that have ever been in the top 10 by market value. That doesn't happen very often. The fact that the US government tried to destroy XRP through the SEC but failed makes it even more amazing. In terms of market value, it stayed in the top 10 spots. Doesn't that tell you something? What else could be done to make it more clear that XRP is something people want? They like how useful it is, how modern it is, and so on. It's a winner, plain and simple. One thing you can see is that Galaxy Digital really does hold XRP. Thank God I never thought this day would come. It looks like hell has frozen over. Also, look at this. That is Novogratz Mike. This post was made by CNBC's Fast Money account on September 21st, 2018, which is almost 7 years ago. That man has been there for that long and has been there longer. This is just an early case I found. On the other hand, here he is on national TV. This shows that it's very old. On the screen, the price of Bitcoin at the moment is shown as $6,731. Oh, to be young, as if that cost didn't exist. XRP was also going up. Because CNBC is a jerk, they now said that Ripple is going up today. Not at all. It was XRP. They were giving the two a hard time. But Mike Novogratz only said, I wish someone could explain it to me. He said, yeah, I don't get it. After that, he said some nice things about Ripple, the company, because he really supports it and has invested in it. But he had never liked XRP. He has never liked XRP, but not until recently. I'll say more about that soon. That being said, he did say that on national TV. He started Galaxy, or maybe he already did. But remember that he hadn't done it yet. I know he had planned to do that at the end of 2017, but he changed his mind because he thought it looked a little too much like fun. Then it took place. As a Bitcoin bubble grew, he popped it at some point afterward. So it's possible that he had just put it out there or was about to do so. In any case, that person or his company bought a lot of XRP in the end. And here's one more example. This picture was taken on April 18th, 2021, after a few years. Mike Novogratz talks about why he doesn't like XRP. I didn't take Ripple to court over anything. The suit wasn't filed by me. He says, that's it. I'm not to blame. After getting bad feedback from people in the XRP community, Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz has defended what he said about the coin. In a recent talk with Bloomberg, the billionaire used Doge to show how retail froth can get out of hand. On April 16th, the joke coin made it into the top 5 coins by market value. You said today that Novogratz said he didn't understand the XRP rise either because Ripple Labs, the company that created XRP, is being sued by the US. Things are fine there. Securities and Exchange Commission. This is what he said. Their coins went from being worth 40 cents to $1.60 in just 1 month. It doesn't make much sense to me. People have never made sense to him. He had no idea why it had rallied so many years before. In 2021, it went up even more, and he didn't understand. The federal government fought it, but in the end, it passed $2. How often do you ask yourself, what do I not understand? What have I been not seeing? for some reason, it just won't die. It just keeps happening. A lot of people seem to like this gadget. In reality, the answer is late 2023. But wait a second. Furthermore, Galaxy's Novogratz XRP will not do well this year on September 13th, 2021. You can see that he has always been negative about XRP for a number of reasons. And I always think it's crazy because XRP is such a great example of a coin that can be used for a lot of different things. It seems like a pretty clear choice. That was clear to me in 2017, but I wasn't ready for it when I started working with cryptocurrencies. That was the first thing I saw when I dove in, and it was right in front of him. But this man who had worked in business for decades couldn't see it. Wow, I know that everyone's mind works differently, but wow, you hate seeing it so much. But he got here in late 2023. I made a mistake. He tells them, okay, I'm sorry, uncle. Wow, this is the news from Bitcoin.com of all places. CEO of Galaxy Digital Mike Novogratz says he was totally wrong about XRP and Ripple. Despite the fact that he knew it was going to stay, there's no reason for me to read the paper. That's clear to him. Okay, here's one more. Today is February 6th, 2025.